Let me know when
You can go.
we can do the drop. Yo, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the BJJ GOONS podcast. I'm your host, Tim, aka Number One Stunner, aka Wheezy, aka The Trainwreck, aka Blast Double Poppy, aka The Best Bout Machine, aka Trillmonger, aka Mushmaster, aka the North American ADCC Trials champion at 99 kilos. And sitting across from me is my good friend and producer of the BJJ GOONS movement, Tony Peranio. What's going on, Tony?
Not too much, man.
How are things?
Great.
How are you feeling?
Awesome. Fantastic. Never better.
I feel fantastic. I'm on cloud 9 after this weekend.
Yeah, you should be.
I'm so freaking happy. I mean, everything hurts. I'm in pain. Like, everything does hurt. I still drill, but, like, I'm all types of fucked up. But I'm on cloud 9. It was a really good day. But we'll get to that later. Before we move on, I just want to shout out our sponsor, Cannabody. So, as I was saying, everything on my body hurts. I'm a serious Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competitor. So pain is just something I have to deal with every day. You already know Tony as someone that just does jiu-jitsu as well. So what we found was Cannabody. They hit us up. They told us about their product. We tried it out, and I personally love it. It's legal and effective and great for BJJ pain. Not just BJJ, but any kind of athletic pains that you have. It's a salve, so you rub it on wherever part of your body is hurt. Chill, set it, forget it, whatever you want to say, and you'll feel great. So shout out to Cannabody. If you want to have a legal and very effective CBD product, go to www.cannabody.com. And we'd also like to give a special shout out to VHTS Gear. Go to vhtsny.com for the best jiu-jitsu apparel and training equipment like gis, no-gi stuff. The rash guards and shorts are dope. I really like them, and they're a great sponsor. They help me a lot. So, where do you want to start, Tony?
Shoot, man, you got the itinerary. Where do you want to start?
Oh,
let me hold on to that, actually.
You want to hold on?
Yeah, let me hold on to the
All right,
itinerary.
so you're going to be in charge.
I feel
of
like I'm an official itinerarian.
So you want to start with the trials?
Yeah, man. How'd that go for you? I mean, we know how it went for you, but tell us some of the details, how you felt and what was going on.
Okay, so ever since Worlds was completed, I had a goal in mind. Well, ever since I came back, my goal was to, and still is, to win the Worlds at IBJJF and to win ADCC, get double gold. And ever since then, I've been focusing on a lot of no-gi stuff. I've been doing a lot more wrestling. I've been playing with leg locks, and I'm really happy because I was able to utilize a lot of what I was working on. The leg locks didn't come as easy. Didn't really come. I didn't really have that much of opportunity, but I did very well with my stand-up. Way better. I've much improved within the last 6 months with my takedowns, especially for no-gi. My passing was on point, and that's a testament to my coaches and my training partners for helping me out so much. And mentally and emotionally, I was on point.
Nice.
I was in the zone. I've been really working on my mind and controlling my mind and my thoughts. And for anyone that competes, I say that's the last thing that people focus on. It'll probably be the last thing you focus on, but you make it a point to not just master your body and your techniques, but master your mind, because titles are won and titles are lost based on the mentality that you have. There are so many guys that are great in the training area, but they can't follow through because of their mind. And I know that, and I made it a point to be focused on each match, take it one match at a time, and not get too far ahead of myself and look forward to the final. The division was really stacked. So that guy Casey from Rebel Jiu-Jitsu, he was there. Devontae Johnson was in our bracket. Nick Albin, Jiu-Jitsu, he was in there. A lot of good, very good talent.
Where was this event?
This was in Bayville, New Jersey.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, it was kind of in the sticks, but I liked it because it was only 3 hours away. Usually when I go to New York, this shit is like 4 hours.
Right.
And then you're in terrible traffic, but I I made it a point. And another thing I worked on is being more professional and not playing stuff by ear or like spitting in the wind. So I made a point to get my hotel ahead of time, make it for the night before so that I would be rested and be able to wake up. I got set, I chilled, I ate food because, to be quite honest, I could probably make 88 kilos, but I've been traveling a lot, so.
For the layman, what's 88 kilos in pounds?
I don't know, but I have the trusty
about.
Google machine in front of me.
There it is.
88
The
kilos
Predator.
in pounds. Wowzers, that's 194 pounds. There's no way I was going to make that coming from Mexico and doing all this stuff. The train wreck system tour has been crazy, so there's no way I would have been able to make that. So I ate good, well rested, and I was there, and I was pretty much kicking ass that day. But mentally, I was on point. I was doing all for all my systems, and all this stuff is fairly new. It takes about a year to a year and a half to have something in your arsenal that's a go-to.
Yeah, develop it.
But I was just playing with it. Lately I've just been playing with my jiu-jitsu and letting the matches and the roles that I have come to me, and that's where the magic happens. If you let it flow out there, you start with where you want to begin. When you go out to a tournament, you know what you're going to go for from the bat, but you can't harp too much on it because shit happens. The problem a lot of people have, and I had, is that I would always try to win in a straight line, in a specific way, in a specific game plan, but matches don't end up being that way. You can have a game plan, you can drill stuff that you're really good at, and you can use everything in your game to get back to that, but you have to let it flow. And the beautiful part about what I've been doing is I've been playing with everything. I've been playing with guard, I've been playing with leg locks, I've been doing wrestling, I've been doing judo, and I've been doing experimental jiu-jitsu. So when stuff happens in a match, I can deal with it. I'm not a specialist.
What do you mean experimental? Like you'll try a different, jump in a different direction as opposed to something that you'll dive in a direction that you don't know what might happen.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, just let it go. Let it rip. I have this term I say, I'm sending all the nukes, just doing all my jiu-jitsu, because if it gets into a crazy match, no one can tell the future. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Every match tells a different story. So you might know what might be going on in the scramble, or you might not know. But
you're going against someone who thinks the exact same way. They also have a game plan of what they want to do.
Yes, but in the scrambles or in the flow of the match, shit happens. Every match, something goes awry if you're doing what you're supposed to. If you're implementing your shit. And if they counter, you have counters. And then sometimes neither one of y'all know what's really going on in the match, and it just happens. So I think I did a really good job of letting it flow, and I was on point.
How many matches did you have?
I had 5 matches.
Nice.
5 matches. It was a big ass bracket, and I had a bye in the first round. It wasn't 64 people, but it was enough to make like a 64-man bracket where some people would have 6 matches. All my matches went the distance except for the semis against Nick Albin, Jiu-Jitsu, Chewy.
Yeah, he was definitely going to be the crowd favorite for sure.
Oh, he was definitely a crowd favorite because he's jiu-jitsu famous. He has a shitload of followers on his YouTube channel.
Big time.
Yeah, and I figured it would be a really tough match. I was really focused on that because there were a lot of upsets. Chewy's very good, but he beat Devontae Johnson first round. And
wow.
Devontae's a beast. Casey, I forgot Casey's last name, but the guy, he did ADCC in a heavier weight class last year. He got triangled.
Oof.
So I go against Chewy, and I'm just playing my game. And like I said, all the little experimental things or things I don't really go over, like I haven't done guillotines or focused on them since white and blue belt.
Jeez.
And then me and Master Lloyd started working on guillotines, and the next thing you know, the shit just happens.
Right,
I pull Chewy's head down, locking that guillotine, and because I'm not afraid of losing anymore. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about the match at hand. And that's what I mean by controlling my mind. You have to be focused on what's going on in the present. You gotta be stoic. So I jump up, have the guillotine, and he's about to go out of bounds. Thank God for Greg J, who's a great referee. And then Ty Ryan Murphy was there. They had their hands up. Like, oh, no. Like, we're going to let y'all go. Just don't fall. Chewy fell backwards. I saw the guillotine locked in, and he tapped.
Wow.
But you know what's funny? Master Lloyd would make us do it in a way where it's hard. Like, it's like one-handed almost, and you got to squeeze, and you got to take your time with it. And he'd be like, Shorty, it's going to feel like nothing when you have it locked in. And I didn't believe him. But when I had the guillotine locked in, I'm surprised he tapped because he's tough as shit. And it didn't have any stress on me. And he just tapped.
Dang.
Yeah. And I didn't even know. When I tap people, it's like, it takes a while to register. So sometimes I can hold on to chokes a little bit too long. I didn't really that time, but it was an accident if I did. Because I just didn't know. And then I was super happy. And the finals was against a guy by the name of Mario Gonzalez. And I looked him up because I was like, man, you're fucking good. And yeah, some people are like, oh, he's just a blue belt or whatever. I'm not sure what rank he is, but this is submission grappling.
Yeah, right.
It's like I'll get to this later, but submission grappling and jiu-jitsu are about to be completely separate. I think they're totally different sports. This guy I beat in the finals. He is an NCAA qualifier 3 years in a row for the finals. 1 year he won the Big Ten championship.
Jeez.
Yes. I didn't know this, though, because in between matches, I was just trying to chill. Somebody asked me today on the Verbal Tap podcast, they asked me, do you look at your opponents in between rounds, or did you know? And I'm like, no. No, I didn't even give a fuck. And then after the fact, Ty tells me the guy had an Illinois wrestling tattoo. And I was like, oh, God. Good thing you didn't tell me that before, because I would have been kind of hesitant, but I went for it. I technically took him down one time, but I had the first takedown attempt I went for, I took him down twice.
Dang.
Like, that means like what I'm doing is working well. So
right.
I'm on cloud 9. I just got to finish these guys more.
Very nice, man. What about, I see you've done a bunch of recent seminars. Yeah,
I was in Mexico. Recently, and I loved it. Nice. All those guys at VOS, it's VOS, Jiu-Jitsu, martial arts. I was in Leon, Mexico, and they showed me Leon. Unfortunately, they couldn't give me the full experience because I was sick for half the time. So that was a little bit of anxiety.
Drank the water?
No, I don't think it was the water. I have really bad tonsils that should probably be taken out, so my tonsils were swollen.
Oh, man.
It sucked. But I had a really good time. I got to see the city of Leon. If everyone sees my Instagram, follows me, it's a beautiful city with a lot of history. And I got to shoot an AR-15, bro.
Oh, man. There you go.
Yes.
Pretty good.
Second Amendment as fuck. But unfortunately, I had to be in Mexico to shoot the shit off. All I can say about the trip is that everyone was very kind to me. I had a really great time, and I want to come back at least once a year just to say hi and to teach you guys more of the jiu-jitsu I know. And that Trump is full of shit and he's a liar. Mexico was dope. Listen, Leon is nicer than Baltimore. Leon is nicer than Baltimore.
It's not terribly difficult to pull off.
No, it's not, but considering that this is a major city in the United States, and all this shit people talk about Mexico being poor. I went to a cantina that was like 100 years old, a bar where like you order drinks and they give you free food.
Nice.
Yeah, mad good food, home cooked and everything. So it was fire.
Sounds great.
And I'm always free. I'm always open to seminars or private lessons. Just hit me up on Instagram at Tim Spriggs BJJ, or Tim Spriggs on Facebook, or Spriggs@Timothy@gmail.
Was that the only seminar? I thought there was another one.
Recently?
Yeah.
Where else?
I could be wrong. I was looking at your
I went to
Facebook.
Ohio. Dude, I taught a 2-hour seminar at the school, and they hit the train wreck like within a month. They sent me video.
I saw that you posted a video of one of the guys.
Listen, it was clean too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was clean. It was beautiful. It was dope, man. I love being a world traveler.
Yeah, I've hit versions of it for sure, just in my little roles.
Oh, I gotta teach you guys.
Yeah, man.
All right.
How about UFC 230 recently? Pretty exciting. There's a lot of good stuff that happened on that one, huh?
I have a lot of thoughts about UFC 230.
What about Jacare and Chris Weidman first?
My initial thought about that fight is we're seeing MMA evolve at a rapid pace, and what comes with that is the guys that were the kingpins or top of the game, they're starting to age quicker and quicker. It wasn't that long ago that Chris Weidman was the champ, or he was in the championship picture. It wasn't too long ago that Jacare was in title contention. Now these guys are a rung below that because they've taken L's, and just looking at the way they fight, they're kind of a generation back.
Yeah, they are, for sure.
Especially Jacare, but I think his hands are gotten so much better, partly because he's been training, but partly because now people are still afraid of the groundwork.
Yeah, which he didn't try to use at all.
He didn't. No, he's just an MMA fighter.
Was screaming it the whole time.
What do you think about that? Jiu-jitsu guys that, when they start to fight, they just do more hands or
Drives
striking.
me crazy. I can't believe that it worked out for his worked out to his ends.
That was intense. He was landing clean shots, and he must have really hard-ass hands.
He must.
He hit him on the fucking forehead, dude.
On the forehead.
Yes. And knocked
Set
him out.
down.
And the referee, was that Herb Dean that almost let him die?
Yeah.
It was Herb Dean?
Yeah. Jacare didn't even want to hit him anymore. He's like, what is this?
I don't know why. If you fall back like that with your hands up, the match is done.
Yeah.
Because you're dead.
He made him hit him again. Like,
Yes.
you hit him again.
Yeah, just let
Crazy.
it go. Like, it's over. There's like 3 seconds where he's just
Over.
eyes rolled back of his head. He was done.
But there was like a quick moment where Weidman actually reached over for Jacare's leg, and that's when Jacare actually tried to hit him again.
Yo, he had already been knocked out.
There was a horrible takedown
Dude, he had
attempt.
been knocked out for like 5 seconds.
Yep.
He didn't know where he was.
Yeah.
And unfortunately...
But that was the moment that Jacare actually did hit him again.
Yeah, that's fucked up, bro. That shouldn't have never happened.
Yeah,
it should have been over.
terrible.
So Chris Weidman has lost 4 of his last 5 fights.
Can you cut a guy like that, though?
No, he's
Right?
still a draw. He'll still make you money.
Yeah.
But all those losses are by KO, or TKO technically. Punches, flying knee and punches, knees,
Concussions.
punch, concussions. And he might even be getting concussions in practice too.
All right.
My other highlight of the night was Israel Adesanya.
The style
The
bender.
style bender. I believed that he was gonna win, and he negated the wrestling, bro. He negated it.
Shut it down. Just goes to prove that all a good striker has to do is learn some takedown defense, and they'll be just fine.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be even more dangerous because I think striking is gonna take over again. I think there's always like, there's grappling, then there's wrestling, then there's jiu-jitsu guys. I think the next wave is strikers coming in that can stop it.
Yep.
I look at it like this.
Grapplers are going to have to get more creative.
All fights hit the ground. No, a lot of fights hit the ground. But all the fights start on the feet. Just like in grappling. And if you can't pull guard in grappling, if you don't have takedowns, it's dangerous. If you can't get this guy down, and they have world-class striking, you're going to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get fucked up. Alright, this guy, Stylebender, has 81 kickboxing fights.
Yeah.
He's 75, 5-1.
It's insane.
That's insane.
That's experience.
That's like a high-level, world-class black belt in jiu-jitsu.
He's got a high level of confidence as well.
Oh, man. He's so full. He's the second coming of Anderson Silva.
Right.
He's the
Right.
second coming.
Very John Jones-esque too as well. Very creative striking.
He is creative, but he has a pedigree. John Jones didn't. John
Yeah, that's
Jones is
true.
just super talented.
Yeah, right.
This guy is skilled.
Yeah.
It's a specimen.
Technical.
And the main event.
Of course, Black Beast in DC. Derek Lewis, Daniel Cormier.
They shouldn't have had that fight.
They shouldn't have had it.
They were both fucked up. One had a broken hand. One had just went to a 3-round war. It was
Right.
basically he got beat up for 3 rounds.
28 days.
And 28 days later, he's fighting Daniel Cormier, arguably
Right.
the best resume in the history of the sport.
Daniel said he almost threw his back out from a sneeze that very day.
He's an old man. You saw him; he was fatter than usual. He wasn't ready for that.
Oh, he put on an extra. He said he was going to be about 251 or 252.
252.
And the last fight was 240.
Yo, he's gonna be so fat when he retires.
Eating.
He's gonna be so fat. They have to roll him around. But look at the paydays. So I'm gonna tell you like the top.
Oh, that's interesting. I haven't heard of that.
At number 5, Israel Adesanya got 72K.
It's a lot.
Jacare 320.
Wow.
Weidman 360.
I expect that.
Derek Lewis 530.
Wow. Good for
Yes.
him. And
that's fuck you money.
Shoo, no wonder he took that fight. No wonder.
And Cormier got 640.
640,000.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that's a little low. I thought it would be $1 million.
That's what they disclose.
They make much more.
Yeah, they probably hooked them up. They're not trying to pay no fucking taxes.
No,
Fuck
definitely.
out of here. What's next, man?
Let's see. So your upcoming match with Yuri Simowes at Fight to Win 94.
Oh yeah, Fight to Win
Sounds like that's
94.
going to be a good one.
This is a match of the year candidate.
Yes, it could be.
Two takedown and guard passing machines.
Right.
Two uber athletes. Mushmaster versus Yuri Simowes.
Yep. I've
You guys
seen
have
him
to
doing
watch
some
that.
face mushing too with his elbows.
Say that again.
I've seen some shots of him doing some elbow mushing of faces.
Really?
See who gets to who first.
Well, my money's on the Mushmaster. I don't know about you. I'm excited for this match.
Where's this one going to be?
When?
Where and when?
It's going to be in Richmond, California, in the Bay,
Oh, nice.
the land of E40.
There it is.
Yeah.
Taking it back.
Mac Dre recipes. But yeah. It's gonna be a rough fight. I think it's gonna be very physical, and that's what I'm looking for. But I'm just gonna keep loose and go for the kill, bro.
Yeah, man.
It's a big win if I beat him again.
Definitely.
We have a record of 1-1. This is the last time we fought was in
Ah.
5 Grappling Super League. And I'm 5 times better than that guy. I
Nice.
mean, not Yuri.
The previous
But I
Tim
mean the
Spriggs.
previous Tim Spriggs. The previous
Right.
Tim Spriggs, I'm way better than him. And we're going to see. I just won the trials at 99 kilos. He's the 2-time defending champion at 99 kilos at ADCC. And
Nice.
I'll see him again after this match as well. So I think we're just going to have this kind of, just going to go over and over and over again. As long as we put on good matches, we're both getting paid, and the fans enjoy it. That's all I care about. So, Fight to Win 94, Flow Grappling. Make sure you watch Mushmaster versus Yuri.
How about, this is pretty interesting news.
Mhm.
Ben Askren being traded for Demetrius Johnson between formerly ONE FC, now ONE, and the UFC.
I think that Demetrius Johnson had this in mind the entire time. I think Demetrius Johnson made the smart move.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to make
He's
10
gonna
million.
make way more
Tens of
money.
millions.
There are guys in ONE FC that are making so much money and not having to go through hell and gasoline
Right.
drawers to get title shots or to
Hating
get
their
a little
company.
bit of money. These guys are making almost the equivalent to the top UFC guys, and they're not. You know, it's different over there. Do you know Matt Hume is an executive at ONE FC?
I do know that. That's
Yes,
the
and
the
who is-
manager and
who-
trainer.
who
of-
coaches Demetrius Johnson.
Right.
Matt Hume.
Yep.
He's gonna wheel and deal, and Demetrius Johnson is gonna get paid millions of dollars to keep on doing what he's doing, and he probably won't even fight guys that are super tough.
Yeah, he already fought the toughest that he's going to fight.
And I think he won that last fight against Henry Cejudo. And I'm a grappler. I'm a grappler. And
I wasn't surprised. I will say that usually you have to beat the champion. Like, it has to
Usually.
be decisive. Like in boxing, you would have to beat the guy. So I wasn't surprised when Henry got it, but
I wouldn't be surprised if the fix was in too. It's business.
that's true too.
It's business.
You
Did you
never
see
know.
that Teddy Atlas podcast?
I did watch a good bit of it.
Yeah. When there's money involved, keep that third eye open. Ben Askren, I want to see what he can do. I heard there's a fight between him and Robbie Lawler.
Yeah, it was today. I think it came out today.
Yes. Now we're going to see. And shout out to Sarge for roasting his ass, for trying to talk shit to her. I fucks with Sarge. Sarge, listen, y'all trying to say that
tell the
Sarge is this is the act. No, Sarge keeps that same energy. That's why I respect her. She keeps that same energy. And
For the layman, who is Sarge?
So Jara Eubanks, she's a UFC fighter. She's had some problems making weight, unfortunately, and I'm really upset about that for her because she could be sitting pretty right now, because if she had made weight, she would have killed that girl that won
Yeah, she
the
would've.
Ultimate Fighter. And if she had made weight this weekend and beat up Roxanne Modafferi, she'd be sitting super pretty. You know what I mean? But you got to do what you got to do. Life happens, shit happens, and she's in a good spot. Shout out to her.
Yeah, Joe Rogan tried to say that he didn't know who she was, and then she called out Joe Rogan. She said, why don't you come here and roll with me? You'll know who I am.
Oh yeah, she'd kick his ass. Sarge's real deal. She trained with Timo Roden for the longest time. Yeah, she was a good teammate. She'd tear up Joe Rogan. Man.
Speaking of teammates, how about Ung La's recent win in one formerly FC?
Shout out to Ung La Insong.
Amazing, huh?
Champ. I want him to go for the heavyweight title.
Why
I
not?
fucks with Brandon Vera. You know, he's cool. He's a TLI original. You know, he's old school TLI. I want to see it happen. I'm not going to tell you who I'm rooting for, but you know, I can't pick sides, but I'm so happy for Ung La. I remember when he was having a really hard time in his career. He would lose fights or he'd win, and you know, being an MMA fighter on the rise, there's no money. You're taking a beating. You know, there were times I don't remember when Ung was having rough times, you know, and he still stuck to it. He didn't quit.
Yeah,
he didn't quit. He's a good guy too. He has a good heart. He's a good friend of mine, and he deserves every little thing he gets out there. And I'm really happy for him. I hope he keeps winning. He looked great this last fight. Henry Hooft is helping him a lot. You know, he's living his best life, and he's getting paid, baby.
Yeah,
paid. I fucks with it. Congrats, Ung La. You're doing great, man.
Very much so. This is a little random. I noticed that you made a post being a little upset about blackface for Halloween.
It's unacceptable. Wearing blackface for Halloween or any other event, unless you're doing a role for a film that's not like an Amos and Andy type thing where you're denigrating a whole race of people, there's no reason to wear it. Okay? I've been white characters for Halloween my whole life. Just for the sake of there's not a lot of people of color are represented in Halloween. You know what I mean? Like, there's not a lot of characters.
Now there are. In days past,
now there
I
are.
can see,
back in the day, no. And I liked wrestling, so there was. I was Diamond Dallas Page one year for Halloween.
Nice.
But you know what? I didn't think to myself, I'm gonna paint my face white. Oh man, the mic's crapped out.
Fuck. That's some batteries.
God damn it.
I'll pause it.
Okay, so what we can do is I run and grab some batteries from Royal Farms real quick.
Yeah.
You know, fuck it.
Yeah. We'll just pause it and we can splice it, right?
Yeah.
All right. We'll go back to. We'll just start back out on that question. Oh my God. No difficulties.
Should be good to go as of now.
We're back, folks. We had a little technical difficulties, but we're back, giving you that heat. So, what was the question you asked me?
We were talking about, I had asked you about your opinion on blackface for Halloween because I noticed that you had made a post about that recently.
Wearing blackface for Halloween is absolutely, positively unacceptable. I've been white characters for Halloween my entire life. At no point have I ever said, you know what would make this costume better? If I painted myself white. Mind you, there's no history of people wearing whiteface and being offensive and belittling a whole race, but with blackface it is.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
With blackface, if you dress up like a Native American, that's kind of offensive. Even if you're not wearing, I guess would be red face or blackface. It's still kind of offensive because you're playing someone's culture for a joke, and when you're wearing blackface, I mean, it goes back to, you know, Reconstruction. You're mimicking black people. You're making us look like apes, baboons, dumb. They're making us look like a dirty part of society, like we're less than. So blackface is unacceptable, and it's really sad that I had to post it because it was on my mind. It was disturbing my spirit.
Did you hear about it from the Megyn Kelly incident, or?
No, it was just in that Halloween. It's the Halloween time, and I always see people wearing blackface. One guy wore blackface in front of me when I was in college, and at first I'd let it slide because I didn't think about it because we were out partying, and I was like not in that reflective mode. But then I kind of, later on, I was like, this is pretty fucked up. But I didn't have a fully fleshed out opinion of why, but now that I think about it, yeah. And I hate to say it, but I don't think people can say that they don't know any better.
Yeah.
Why would you paint your face?
Yeah.
Why? Especially if you're a black person. Like, dude, if you have a good enough costume, we're going to know who you are.
Now, was it blackface, like, with the extra big lips drawn in
but he
type
called it a
deal?
skin brown, like a jackass. He was either trying to get attention, or I think he was trying to get attention. But I also think...
But what was the rest of the costume? Was it a blackface costume?
He was
trying to
Easy
be...
E, but I'm like, dog, first, if you have a shitty costume, even if you paint your face the color of the person, no one's going to know who the fuck you are. So
Would you
why
recognize
paint
a
your
white
face?
Easy E?
He had fucking like Raiders shit
LA
on.
hat.
He had a Jerry curl and he had a Compton hat.
Oh, man.
You don't need to paint yourself black to know. You could dress up
that's
like
true,
that.
that's
I
true,
would know.
That's true. Yeah.
I would know. It's ridiculous.
That is pretty ridiculous.
So don't wear blackface, because I'll probably slap you or I'll scold you.
And mush your face.
Mush ya.
So, well, let's say this. That was the last topic of topics until we move on to the fan questions. Okay. So, someone wanted to know if you could attend any one person's seminar instead of giving them, who would it be and why? That's a good question.
That is an excellent question.
Who would you want to get the wisdom from?
I would want to know guard attacks for someone standing over you. So I would attend a Marcelo Garcia one for the footlock X guard or sit-up guard. Or I would go to a Shanji, because he scolded me and DJ for getting his name wrong at Worlds.
So it's Shanji?
Shanji.
Oh, okay.
Shanji Habero seminar, and I want to learn his close guard systems. Because he was armbarring people at ADCC last time. He armbarred Rustam, and Rustam is a tank. And he just armbarred him like it was nothing from the close guard. So I'd want to learn those attacks. Those are two that I would pick off the top of my head.
How about, what advice do you have for someone uncomfortable playing a guard off their back? It's like a wrestler guy or something. It's just uncomfortable down there.
Keep going for it. Keep playing guard. You gotta face your fears. I used to have, not fears like I'm deathly afraid, but there are things that you won't go for because you don't want to have to deal with the pain of getting beat up from it. But keep playing off your back. Those skills are gonna suck developing in the room because it takes so long and it's painful. For me, it's painful because I have super strong athletic people and they're just gonna grind me into dust. You know?
Yeah, I've seen some guys come in and they're like wrestler guys, and then they start enjoying playing from the bottom a little bit. And they actually start learning some moves from there. It becomes pretty cool.
It's pretty dope. You want to have a well-rounded game. If you don't want to do it, there's probably something in the back of your mind that knows that you should be doing it.
Probably ego.
Ego?
Could be feeding into it. Like you don't want to be on your back because you feel you're going to look funny. You're not going to do well when you're used to being in a situation where you're doing well.
Hey man, like Muhammad said, at the end of the day, jiu-jitsu. Oh, I thought you meant like they don't want to look like they're gay being on their back.
Hey, there's probably like Muhammad too. There's a lot of people who think like
you have to play guard. You have to know how to fight off your back. That's the whole point of jiu-jitsu. If you're on your back and someone's trying to kill you, you got to be able to break their arm.
That's what I tell
get
people.
Up. Sweeping is just like doing takedowns if you think about it, because it's going to allow you to come up. If you're a wrestler, even if you're a judo guy.
And people that say that it's like gay or whatever, which who cares? It would be like, you're not thinking about that when someone's trying to kill you on top of you, especially in class.
Yeah, you're weirdos.
Trying to murder you.
Fucking weirdos.
All right, how about this one? A lot of academies start off all of their grappling from the knees. What do you think, takedowns or starting from the knees in practice?
Only porn stars start from the knees, my friend.
Oh.
Okay? You don't start from the knees. You start standing because, yes, every match will end up on the ground, but every match starts on the feet.
Gotcha.
Okay? You gotta know how to do takedowns. You gotta know, if you don't like doing takedowns, which I don't understand why you wouldn't want to know, you gotta know how to pull correctly. You don't want to be one of these people that they pull guard off fucked up, and then they're way behind on points because they get the guard passed or they get flying arm barred. You see it all the time.
People who pull side control.
That too.
Instead of pulling guard.
You go against a good passer that's used to people pulling on them and all the intricacies of it, you're going to get beat up because they're anticipating the pull.
Right.
So you got to... I have more questions. I have more questions over here.
Sure.
You got one more over there, or are you good?
I think I was going to say something about knees in practice.
Knees to a down.
Oh, yes, I know what I was going to say. So, have you noticed any influx of injuries due to doing takedowns at your academy? Like, because most people will say we start from the knees to prevent injury. Do you guys don't have any problems with that?
We don't have any problems if we have mat awareness. I will tell you this. Me and Muhammad were wrestling one time, and we fell on somebody. But that just requires mat awareness. If you got us on the feet and we're going live, me and Muhammad, we're two takedown guys. Well, he's a takedown guy. He has good takedowns, and I am a takedown guy. And we're both good as shit, and we're athletic, and we're big.
It's going to take some space.
I'm at, right now, 205. He's about 230, 240. Okay? That's almost 500 pounds.
Yeah.
Moving around. You got to move out the way. And wrestling practice at Crazy 88, damn lower belts. They were wrestling and bumping into each other, not doing air traffic control, and they injured like 3 people that practice.
Dang.
Because people aren't paying attention. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. And I had this problem at first, but one day I sat and looked at myself. It's like, man, you have to be able to control this. Mat awareness. When you're rolling with other people around, you need to be aware of your surroundings in a sport like this. Because someone can get injured, you can get injured, and you don't want to interrupt someone else's role. It's just a courtesy. Especially if you're wrestling. I feel like AKA has a high injury rate because they have so many good wrestlers there. And they wrestle live, and the mats are full. They're so big, people just get hurt because there's so many people on the mat. But for me, there's no excuse for our mats because we don't have that many people.
Yeah, and you have huge mats.
Yes, we have a big mat space. So you have to have mat awareness. If you're a lower belt, I don't know what you do at your school or whoever's listening to this, but you give upper belts the right of way. And if you're the same belt, bigger people get the right of way.
I never heard that. I didn't see that. I didn't know that part, but that's a good one. I like that.
You should. You should give them the right of way. You're a lower belt.
Well, if you're the same belt that it goes to size.
Oh, fuck yeah. Move your little ass out the way. Yeah. So I got a question from a few people. One, let me look on my phone. What are the answers right now?
You already have the answers.
All right, I took notes. I'm prepared. I'm becoming a better broadcaster. I have a question. I have several questions from Ty Ryan. Shout out to Ty Ryan Murphy and Chris Tran. Yeah. Shout out to Ty Ryan Murphy and Chris Tran.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah, they drove up the day of that morning to coach and record me. It was there all fucking day, and we did it, guys. We fucking did it. We fucking listen. To me, that's a big deal.
It's two serious coaches too.
Hey, earning my ticket means a lot.
Yeah, man.
I did the damn thing.
Golden ticket.
I'm happy as fuck.
Willy Wonka.
I'm happy as fuck. I'm on cloud 9. Yo, Ty asked, is flow objective or editorial? Is there anything to gain in adversity with flow? That's the first question.
Boy,
this is a sticky question.
Man,
I believe that it's more editorial because they give news stories and they do interviews, but a lot of the write-ups are opinionated. There's opinion behind it. If you actually read in between the lines, certain people feel some type of way about certain individuals. The way they write it is very opinion based. Like they pose questions, but they're not reporting like news. They're not. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like they'll give like a little blurb, but when they write articles and write us about stuff, they kind of have a lot of opinion on it. That's what about from your experience?
I see what you're saying, and I really don't want to give my. I don't know. They're a great website and they're doing good things, but I see what you're saying in terms of, you know, not skewing or leaning things to a certain direction, but like the article that came out about you and winning the ADCC trials, it was like they were trying to talk up the people that you beat almost more than they were giving you the props that you deserved.
You feel that way?
Yeah, a little bit. So when you were reading the article to me, I was like, wow, you didn't even say anything. I was like, yeah, this is pretty interesting here, the way they're slanting this article. But, I don't know. I really don't. I'll tell you the truth. Because I have a news website for jiu-jitsu and MMA, I try not to see what other blog sites are putting out, so I don't copy them. So I don't really follow Flow Grappling's blog very closely.
I think it's more editorial. There's nothing against it. I like what Flow Grappling does because they are the ESPN of grappling at the moment. Because Flow Sports runs things and it's very professional. I enjoy some of their content. I watch some of their documentaries. You know, the guys I met there, I have a good relationship with. You know,
the only thing that I have with them is that they won't allow people to film. You know, people get their videos taken down. It's them they film the video and it's of them, but it gets taken down because Flow has the rights to the event. Who
do you blame for that? Who do you have a problem with from that? Do you think it's the guys at Flow Grappling, or do you think it's just Flow Sports? Because their hands are tied.
That's kind of true too. I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, you can't look at blame Highwell and all the guys there. Like, they're just following company policy. I remember when Highwell was working for BJJ Hacks. He's been there.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love BJJ Hacks.
Yeah, I used to watch their content.
I was like, dang, what happened? And I saw, Highwell at Flow.
Yeah, he blew up. That's good for him. Keep getting them checks.
I wonder how much he's getting from that little bit.
Cool. I'm cool with everybody.
I wonder how much he's getting from that bit. Why nobody's contacted me?
I don't know. You need to get on the case. Right. But as far as animosity with Flow, I don't think it's a good idea.
Nah.
They're the biggest. If you have beef with them, even if someone on there, like, let's say, for instance, somebody has beef or someone has a disagreement with someone in the higher-ups, you're fucked.
Right. Because I don't like that you have to pay for an entire year now.
What are you going to do?
Right. And they should make events available for others to view that don't want to subscribe. Just charge them like a ridiculous price.
Like a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
An individual.
I'll pay $60 to watch Worlds. Even though it sounds ridiculous, why don't you just pay $120?
Listen, $60 is almost half a fucking year.
I know, but I was just throwing out a number. But you know, I don't know. It's more of like I'm more of an impulse buyer than $120 to shell out. But then on the day of Worlds when it pops up, you're like, all right, I'll just throw out the 60.
You can't have beef with Flow Grappling. If someone has beef with you, or you think you're squashed or something, or if you have beef with these people, they could really fuck you up because you could still win shit and be really good. But they could totally switch it on you or not. They could tilt it and slant it in a way where they don't fuck with you and they'll make it look like it wasn't that big of a deal. Or if you lose, they make the guy that won get over as the second coming. They could do all kinds of shit. So you don't want to have beef with the media.
Nah.
The media runs shit, unfortunately. It's not because they're the truth tellers for people that aren't necessarily in the know. If you're in the know, you know. But to make this money, the casual jiu-jitsu fan has to know who you are.
Yeah.
You gotta be cool with the media, man.
They better not let me rise. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I'll make my own damn flow.
Oh, yeah. You gonna make your own flow?
You know what I mean?
Toe, I don't know what kind of grab. I don't know what the name would be. Is IBJJF no-gi as popular as sub-only, sub-wrestling? Is 6-minute matches and 8-minute medal rounds the way to go? I don't really like IBJJF no-gi.
Can you heel hook an IBJJF no-gi?
No, you can't even fucking read. You can't do shit with the legs. I disagree. I've refereed before. I'm not a hater. I like all the people that are referees there. I like the principle or the idea of what they're doing. As far as execution of the rules, I think that no-gi, it should be anything goes.
Yeah.
You know, no biting, scratching, and fishing.
There's too much movement involved. You got to be able to slow somebody down with something.
the IBJJF style tends to be boring at times. If you're it's basically gi matches and no gi.
Right.
You can't do any fucking leg locks. You can't do any entanglement. You can't do inside ride, outside ride, reaping. You can't do none of that. None of it.
Might as well be Greco-Roman wrestling.
Even if you're reaping, like that shit. We're black belts, bro.
Yeah.
We're black belts. But I've had.
I don't care if anyone reaps me.
Yeah, because I don't reap a Mac or just train so it doesn't happen to you. They're worried about injuries, but these people signed the waiver. You signed the waiver, bro. This is the life you chose. You're putting yourself in that situation. If a motherfucker skydives and the parachute doesn't open or it malfunctions or something happens and they die, you can't be mad at the pilot. You can't say no more skydiving. It's the risk you put yourself in. As far as time of matches, I think it should be the same time across the board. If you want to make it 8 minutes, make every match 8 minutes, not just the final. If you're fighting 5 matches in one day at a certain length, and then it's arbitrary to make the final super long, the match is going to be boring. For me, to be quite frank, I'm trying to finish in the finals. I'm not trying to be there all day. I'm not trying to be nerve-wracking. I'm going for the kill. In any situation, I'm going there to win. So to make it longer, it's going to be drawn out. ADCC, the 10 minutes no points or it's 5 minutes. Dude, 10-minute matches are boring. Even if it's no-gi, any rule set, that shit is boring.
Yeah, fast forward when you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah,
like, I'm going to skip 3 minutes
or
ahead.
double speed.
Yeah.
Double speed. Should IBJJF Worlds switch locations? That's another question I got. What do you think?
I don't really like to travel that much, so yeah, it'd be nice if it went from like coast to coast.
Now let's talk about this. You don't like to travel?
Ah man, I'm not a big travel guy. I'm like a Howard Stern. Got things to do every day. Got business to do every day.
So where have you traveled to?
Not much traveling, man. Not
really?
A big traveler. Nowhere outside of the States.
Nowhere outside. Have you flown?
Yeah. Nah, man, no flying for me.
So you never been to California?
Nah, never.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, you got Papa Zanny.
I know.
You got Papa Zanny and take the flight.
I'm like an A-team, B.A. Baracus, you know, I ain't getting on no plane.
You gotta get you some milk with.
You have to have somebody have to shoot me up with that big old needle or whatever they shot him up with. Knock him out.
Oh, we gotta make you go to California, man.
Yeah.
For ADCC, for the culture, bro.
Yeah, the whole world's out there. I'll get there. I'm trying to build everything here, and then I can take care of all that business. Phobias.
Right. Do you think there's an interest in dual meet style, like quintet or subversive? Do you think it has a future?
Yeah, why not? I saw something else. Somebody was doing tag team grappling coming up here too.
Tag team grappling?
Yeah.
Is this one of those like lingerie grappling things you be showing me?
Yeah, right. No, it wasn't that.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to them. What are they called? Oh my goodness. Fresh Fight. Yeah. Fresh Fight.
That just sounds dirty, man.
Nah, it's not. I mean, they actually go in there and they fight. I mean, it's.
Do they need announcers? I would announce.
Yeah,
that'd be an interesting experience.
They go in there
to be a color
commentator.
commentator. Yo, BJJ GOONS color commentate Fresh Fight. Fresh Fight. If you're watching this, we're gonna tag you.
Yeah, check them. It's freshfight.com, freshfight.net. It's somewhere around there.
1-900 Fresh Fight. One of those old sex hotlines.
I don't think it's anything like that. I don't think it's sexual in nature. The girls. Girls in MMA don't wear a ton of clothing, you know what I mean? But it's not like bikinis, like lingerie and bikinis.
Do they wrestle in mud?
Nah, but they got like each one of the girls has a little character built for herself. They're doing pretty good for themselves.
That's like jiu-jitsu pro wrestling.
Hey, you never know.
Maybe that's the future.
You never know. Always think outside of the box and take that. We're gonna edit that idea out.
or think inside the box.
Yeah, that's true too. Definitely. Pun intended.
Hey, don't get mad, people. This is E for explicit. So just yeah.
M for mature.
Yes, rated M for mature. That's how you're supposed to say it, apparently. Mature.
Yeah, in French.
All right, Stephanie Alanis asked me, how did you come up with the train wreck system? I did a judo seminar with Nick Delpopolo and Carrie Chandler, and it opened my eyes to judo. Now I looked at guys that did judo and jiu-jitsu, and I looked at the throws they did and their stances, and I took a little bit of everything, and I added submissions into it from the grips, and voila.
Yeah, it really is a solid throw. I get those grips on somebody, and I don't see how they can stop it. You get this good solid grip, and you put all your force into it, they're going down. Damn.
Just a note for all the up-and-coming grapplers that are old enough to be listening to this podcast. You need to be good at a throw or certain takedowns, and even if you get the grips, or people would just be afraid of you, bro, it opens up the game. And then somebody's gonna pull on you, or you can take anybody down, and then you get your guard passing. And oh man, you gotta love this game. You gotta be diverse, man. You can't just be a guard puller or just a takedown guy. You gotta be diverse.
Yep. I started out liking guard, so I didn't have that issue. I was like, oh man, it's so cool to be able to. Yeah, no doubt.
You're like you should just do all butterfly guard.
Yeah, I can do all kind of crazy. Yeah, no doubt. And luckily my coach is my size too, so I can do exactly what he does.
Dustin Wallace asked, hey, this may just be a personal question, but which do you prefer to compete in? Gi or no gi? Or rather, which one do you like better? I personally, at the moment, like no-gi better, but that's only because I've been doing it a lot lately, and I have big money and opportunities with it right now, big matches, big events, so that's where my loyalty lies. Whichever one is paying up at the certain moment, that's my favorite, because I'm going to get really deep into it. I used to be primarily a gi guy, but now I like the dark arts. I like heel hooking people. I like doing a bunch of crazy stuff that you can't really get away with in gi. But I like the intricacies of gi. I like the ceremony of it, It's very traditional.
That's a good way to put it.
And it's practical because everyone wears clothes, but it's like a cool little thing. It's like a little uniform,
Yeah, and if the gi wasn't involved, we wouldn't have no gi probably.
Exactly.
The way it is.
Exactly.
The form it is.
You need a good healthy dose of both so you're a complete grappler, because I came into this game to be the best, and to be the best you have to be good at both. Not good at both, great at both. You gotta be like Cabrina, you gotta be like Lepre, you gotta be like Hanfa, you gotta be like Shanji. My bad, it's not Shanji. Shanji. Even Hamalo. Hamalo won an ADCC title. A lot of it's wrestling. But you can mix it up with different shit. You can mix up Sambo with it. You can mix up Greco. Oh, I love this game.
Yeah, I like the time that it takes. And I like the belt system and the time that it takes. It's another reason that I like the gi. It just seems kind of funny when a 10th Planet guy gets a purple belt or something. Like, it just... They don't even unpack it. They just kind of say, oh, sweet, I got it in my hand here.
Mm-hmm. Ryan Bergs, you asked, if training hard to compete every other week, what tips do you have for staying healthy? I don't know. Any tips? Don't do no crazy stuff in practice. Have safe training partners that you can rely on to not injure you. That's a big one. I trust all my training partners.
He might mean like, how do you not catch colds and get the flu from training hard?
Oh, shit. I forgot to get my flu shot. Speaking of which, damn it. Sorry, Mom. I promised my mom I would get a fucking flu shot. It's a way for the man to infect you with poison.
That's why I don't touch this stuff.
You don't believe in vaccines?
No, I'm not
was
like
being
that.
funny, dude. You need to get vaccinated.
No, I'm talking about the flu shot.
Oh.
I had to get vaccinated for college, shoot, as a kid.
Yeah, you don't want to get meningitis. Some girl from around here, she lost her arms and legs from bacterial meningitis.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I eat healthy, or try to eat healthy. I get my sleep, and if I feel tired or I feel beat up, I don't train. Or I dial back what my training is. Like right now, I gotta rest up. It's been a hard road since before Worlds, but especially after Worlds. A lot of lifting, a lot of traveling, a lot of wrestling. Like, bro, I was sick like a week and a half ago. Pushed through in a different country. Landed, touchdown, went right back in the grind. That same day.
Yeah, I'm not Tim and I don't train like him, but I live by vitamin C. Haven't been sick in over a year.
Yo, I eat the little gummies or the little tablets.
Yeah,
Those are the best.
Sickness has not touched me. And I've been around some sick folk.
HK Sean asked, performance-enhancing drugs. I'm against using them. I'm a purist in that I don't want to take steroids because it is kind of an unfair advantage. Would you say?
Well, absolutely.
It's an unfair advantage.
But it's also, in jiu-jitsu, it's not going to help you that much. You're going to get all these big muscles, and then they're just going to get gassed out from oxygen.
Bro, you can still train more if you're on performance-enhancing drugs. You can train more and more often and get hurt less.
But you train a whole lot. Like, how much more could you train more than you do? You still have youth on your side, too.
Yeah, there's that. But what if you're young and you're doing? There are guys that train 4 times a day, do 4 different sessions.
Yeah.
There are guys that do that.
Yeah.
They post about it on Instagram, and I think to myself, if I tried to do that, I'd be fucked up for a week.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, your body can't take that unless you're taking shit, which is an unfair advantage because you're getting more mat time, you're getting more, you're training so you can get more powerful, and you're getting. That's not fair, dude.
Yeah.
Even though it's not in the rules, like it's not sour grapes. I know it's not against the rules for ADCC or anything else except for IBJJF, but that is not a drug test. That's an IQ test. If you fail that, you fucked up. Or like they're getting guys for shit that either they're too dumb, they're so dumb they got caught with, or it's not even some shit that can really affect you. Like you'll get busted for a diuretic or a pre-workout. But these people could still be on other shit. You're getting caught for shit that you probably didn't think would get you busted.
Yeah, they can only test for specific compounds.
Yeah, it's an IQ test, man. But to me, I'm not gonna take it.
Yeah,
I won't begrudge you. I won't be bitter because I still think I can win anyway. But I look at you a little sideways when I find out that you took something.
Right.
And if you're my age or younger, yo, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, right.
Do you?
You got plenty of natural testosterone.
Because it's a hard decision to make because it's a risk. There's a risk involved when you take stuff like that. It can fuck you up in the long run. So you take the risk. That's pretty ballsy of you to risk it. And I don't know how you can think about. I don't know how you compartmentalize in your mind. Like I'm doing something that gives me a way too big of an advantage.
Yeah, save it for when you're an old man and
yeah,
you
I
do
can see
TRT.
that. To keep it even, but I'm a sportsman at the end of the day. I want to make it even. I want to outwit you and outtrain you the old-fashioned way.
That'd be great if we had like a league where everyone was openly on steroids. That way you could really see some sick super fights.
Oh, for
just
real.
Pal Harris versus Pal Harris, but exciting.
But you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. I like the challenge of fighting people that are juiced to the gills. I love the challenge of it because it means that I have to be on point. Like I like winning, but I like the challenge of it all. I know I'm fighting guys that are on steroids. I know it. But that makes me feel even better once I beat them, once I climb the mountaintop, once I get this double go to ADCC, once I win at Worlds this year. I'm going to feel the feeling, and it's going to be even sweeter to know that I beat cheaters or guys that took shortcuts or have an advantage.
Yes, indeed.
Miggy M. Fuentes asks, can you talk about what kind of training a beginner should do and how that changes as you advance in BJJ? I think a beginner should do a lot of drilling at first and situational sparring.
Yeah.
Once they get a grasp of all the different positions, then they can start doing more free sparring. I think when you first start, within the first 6 months, you should be learning takedowns.
Yeah, even though they're not asking me the question, I think there should be a little bit of self-defense and like headlock defense and stuff like almost that like beginning Gracie stuff when you're first starting out as a white belt too, just because that's going to keep you interested. It's a little practical, but go on.
Yeah, self-defense would be good.
I know, a little punch defense.
A little punch defense. Look at you, all hicksoned out.
The first couple classes.
Short round BJJ. This is Chris Tran.
Yeah,
Who scored that reversal on Saturday? Damn it, it wasn't a reversal. I got knee on belly after I passed the guy's guard towards the end of the match. And they gave him 2 by accident.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Because they almost did me dirty.
Accidental,
At Europeans one year, they put the wrong score on the wrong guy's side. They almost raised the other guy's hand.
Wow.
And I was like, wait. I'm that guy. Right before they raised hand. I'm that guy.
You're that guy.
Yeah. The Magic Man BJJ. What's up, Malachi? Are people crazy for playing with Ouija boards? I have a story for you, Tony.
Oh, man.
I have a Ouija board story. First and foremost, I don't believe in ghosts and goblins and ghouls. That would make life way more interesting if they were real. I feel like this is like the start of a horror movie where I say this and then later on it's like ghosts are real and I become crazy and I get locked in an insane asylum to teach me a lesson not to play with spirits. But I digress. I was at a party at college. We were in the dorm, so we went to someone's like suite. We had these suites. And there's a common area in each suite of the dorm. Everyone's hanging out, drinking, and then these chicks are like, we bought a Ouija board. Right?
It's never going to go well.
It never goes well. It never goes well. And the guys are like, yeah, we'll play Ouija board, like trying to get in with the girls.
Of course.
You know, so I'd be like, oh, we'll play a game, we'll bond, and then maybe I'll take them back to my room. Like that kind of thing. Try to put the moves on the ladies by playing an interesting game. We bust out the Ouija board, we turn the lights down, and put our hands on the thing. We start moving around. And it starts to make a name.
Oh, shit.
Right? It starts to make a name. L-I-S-A. Lisa.
Oh, man.
And we're like, who the fuck is Lisa? And then one of the girls in the group, it's like, oh my God, I know Lisa. That was my best friend.
Uh-oh. She died in a car accident.
And we started moving it around. And then Lisa starts talking to her friend. We'll call her Becky. So Lisa, the ghost of Lisa, is talking to Becky.
All right.
Right? And then it starts to get sadder and sadder. Like, I miss you. I love you so much.
Damn, how long did that conversation take? One letter at a time. Good Lord.
I know, right? The ghosts were moving pretty fast, though. The hands were moving. And then she's like, oh my God. And she starts like crying and getting like all emotional, damn near sobbing. And we're like, what the fuck? Why are you crying? And she's like, Lisa was my best friend. She died of cancer last year.
Good gracious.
And then it just killed the whole fucking mood.
Yeah.
Me and my boys thought we were going to get some, and it just killed the party.
Ma'am, if you could stop crying so I could begin flirting with you again.
Yeah. No, it killed it because then all her friends, you know how girls are, they're like hens. They just gather together, start consoling each other. And
jeez Louise.
Yeah.
Definitely try Monopoly next time.
Yeah. But I don't...
You walked in on
don't think it was a
Ouija.
goon or goblin. I think someone did that to be a dick. Yeah, you know that one person always pushes it harder than everyone else?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Here I go, though. Malachi, you, Master Donnie, and Angelo all think that ghosts and goblins are real, and I'm going to get sucked into the spirit realm, like Jumanji.
They're not ghosts, goblins, and demons. It's just there's an unseen realm that we can't see with the naked eye. And angels could be... angels and demons could simply be those who can travel around that plane. They could be standing around you at any time, and you wouldn't even be able to see them.
Shit. Well,
yep.
listen.
Careful.
Well, listen. That's enough of story time with me. How much time we got left on the clock?
We got plenty of time. I mean, I ain't even watching the clock, actually.
Oh, really? All right, let's keep going then. We got a few more questions. I'm going to get as many questions as we can from these guys. Savage Reno. Savage Reno. I think it's a play on a Portuguese nickname. It says, congrats to your big W at the ADCC East Coast Quali. Will you do a special focus on leg lock defense for ADCC? How do you train it? Do you avoid positions? Are you going to fight out of it? So,
it's a good question.
I've been playing a lot with leg locks. And thank God that Master Lloyd is the master of leg locks. Because I'm learning a whole bunch of cool shit. Shit that if I pulled it off in a match that's so explosive that it would blow someone's leg out.
Yeah, but
like
defense,
Street Fighter shit.
How many defenses could there be? Because leg locks, boy, you just got to move.
We are going over defenses and how to get out. But once you're caught in there, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. It's like getting caught in an arm lock. Like, how do you train for not getting caught in that position? And the stakes are high because a heel hook will tear your knee or fuck your shit up. For me, if I get in a position where it's a scramble, I'm going for a full tilt. I'm not stopping.
The
His
attack
legs are so powerful.
Or defending. You're going to go for the attack full tilt, or you're going to defend until the break?
Both.
There you go.
No, not till the break. If I know I'm caught and I'm dead to rights and I can get out and they start pulling, I'm going to try to kick as hard as I can, but I'll probably tap.
You know when somebody's got a heel, at least I do.
Yeah, but here's my thing. I want to get my control point so well that I wouldn't have to resort to it, because if you go fast in a scramble and it's sloppy, you miss your opportunity. So you want to have the person locked in with trapping and timing and strong catches. But setups are hard, man. That's half the game, setting them up for it, setting them up for failure. And I work on the defense, but we're working a lot on attacks. By ADCC, I will be a high-level leg locker in grappling.
Nice.
I will. That's the goal. A-Dub. Tim, how did you feel out wrestling the Big Ten champ? That was amazing. Well, A-Dub, I didn't have time to feel him out. In between rounds, I was going at it. I wasn't going at it. What am I saying? In between rounds, I was chilling. It was cold as shit in there, Tony.
Oh, man.
They had the AC on. And you know how cold it was on Saturday?
Yeah.
Especially in Bumblefuck, New Jersey, Bayville.
Even further
Not
north.
dissing them and saying it's Bumblefuck, but it was in the cut. It was cold as shit. I had my hoodie on, my windbreaker on, and I was just, whew. So I didn't notice that the guy had an Illinois wrestling tattoo. Ty just told me, oh man, he's just a not a static wrestler, like a hyper aggressive wrestler that does back takes. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna slow his ass down. And I just attacked him like normal. I had a near takedown in the beginning, and then I had a real blast double and towards the end, and we went to the end of the time, and I won. And I didn't know that he was an accomplished wrestler until I got home. I Googled the guy. So he's not just a blue belt. Like, the guy is an accomplished grappler.
It's like that picture of Khabib going around in a 4-stripe white belt. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
You're a submission wrestler.
Like, man, his coach is a real son of a bitch. If that man don't deserve a blue belt, I don't know who does.
All right.
He doesn't know how to do a triangle or something? I mean.
Last one of the night. Joe Mitsu 18. Hey, big congrats for the ADCC ticket, Tim. I was wondering what aspect of your game changes the most when you train in the gi rather than no gi. The big difference is in no gi I go for more leg locks and I do more wrestling. That's the only difference.
And they're two such fun things to do.
Yes. Absolutely. It's so much fun to do. But that's the biggest difference. I play the same guards, just variations of it. My guard systems are pretty traditional, I'll say. I'm not going to spill all the beans, but my guard systems are old school. But they work with a mix of new school, because I can do a little bit of everything, man. But yeah, that's the biggest difference. A lot of judo with the grips, though, with gi. That's a huge part of the system, the train wreck system. Anything else, Tony?
Not from this end, except another shout out to Cannabody, cannabody.com, or is it Canadash? No, it's cannabody.com, CANNABODY.com for $40. You can get a jar of the CBD salve, heal all your wounds, make yourself feel great, make you look great, probably win $1 million lottery ticket after you buy this stuff.
And shout out to VHTS, the best gear on the planet. Gis, rash guards, shorts, streetwear, they got all of it. If you're interested in having me teach a train wreck system seminar at your academy, you can contact me on Instagram at TimSpriggsBJJ, or you can email me at Spriggs, SPRIGGS.Timothy@gmail. That's TIMOTHY, if you don't know how to spell Timothy. Ugh. And you can hit me up on Facebook too, at Tim Spriggs.
One more thing before you get ready to call it off. If anybody out there wants to sponsor the show or get their product out there or something like that, Also, let Tim know we can do some cross marketing with WBBJJ.com as well. WBBJJ, in case I messed it up for you. So you can do some cross, get your product out there. Everyone will see it.
All right. Peace.